Chicago police officers found a 15-year-old they had been pursuing with a fatal gunshot wound to the head. They were quick to explain what had happened. About an hour after the shooting on Friday night, Anthony Guglielmi, a spokesman for the Chicago Police Department, said he tragically used the weapon on himself. But in Chicago, where there has long been deep mistrust between the police and the black community, the death of the boy, Stephen Rosenthal, has been called into question by his family, who dispute the police's contention that he had killed himself. On Sunday, more than 100 residents gathered outside the middle school that Stephen had attended as his family called for answers about the events that led to his death. Stephen had been at his grandmother's home in West Chicago, on the 1500 block of South Keeler Avenue, on Friday. Andrew M. Stroth, a lawyer representing his family, said in a phone interview on Monday. The police have said that officers in the area saw him and began pursuing him because they believed he had a weapon. Around 7 p.m., the officers chased him up to the third floor of the complex, said Mr. Guglielmi. When they heard a single shot and came to the conclusion that he had shot himself, the officers were shocked, he said. He described the weapon found next to Stephen as a semi-automatic handgun, and said the ballistics were still being processed. No officers fired their weapons, he said. Mr. Guglielmi said police body camera footage reviewed by the department does not capture the shooting. The department has asked the Civilian Office of Police Accountability, which typically investigates police misconduct, to investigate, he said. The department is allowing Stephen's family and Mr. Stroth to view the footage, Mr. Guglielmi added. The medical examiner for Cook County said Stephen had a gunshot wound to the head and declared his death as suicide. But Mr. Stroth said the family would like to see all the evidence, including all body camera footage and a full autopsy report, before reaching the conclusion. The family wants to find the truth, he said. If the footage is inconclusive, then I have to look at all the other evidence, Mr. Stroth said, saying he knows of witnesses who tell a different story. There are several eyewitness reports that dispute the police account of what happened, Mr. Stroth said. He noted that in the city, there is a history of a pattern and practice of unjustified use of excessive lethal force. At a news conference on Monday, Superintendent Eddie Johnson of the Chicago Police said he recognized the strained relationship between the police and the black community in the city. I'm a black man that's lived in Chicago his entire life, he said, so I know the tension between the police department and the black community. Stephen's aunt and legal guardian, Terenika Thomas Level, struggled through tears as she spoke about her nephew at the news conference on Sunday, saying that he was a good student loved by his teachers at Crane High School.
MW News. Please subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.